Good afternoon, Noah. I want to thank everyone, students and staff, who's participated in Children in Need on Friday. We raised £558.80 so far. Congratulations to Chloe Smith, who won the Name the Bear and took home her very own Pudsey. Also to Dominika Danielewska, Nathan Tooley and Chloe Cleaver, who won the prize draw. Well done to Oxford for being the most charitable college at NOAH, who sold 168 tickets. Second place was awarded to Cambridge with 143 tickets, and third place to King's with 133 tickets. The scores so far, including College Mastermind, are as followed. Oxford, 938. King's, 163. Warwick, 166. Imperial, 583. And Cambridge, 193. It was really impressive on Friday, with all staff and students dressing up as their hero and heroine. I want to say a massive big thank you and well done to Melanie Andrews, who cut off her hair for charity. As mentioned in last week's podcast, we will be holding a college Christmas card competition. Each college will have an individual theme to incorporate into their Christmas card design, and you will be designing your Christmas cards during Monday's tutor sessions. Cambridge is creativity. This can include drawings, sketches of Christmas scenes, mood boards of Christmas images, or recycling old Christmas cards or paper into new Christmas card designs. Warwick is communication. This can be interpreted into quotes from the Bible, lyrics from Christmas hymns or pop songs, or an extract from the night before Christmas. Oxford is teamwork. This may symbolise communities getting together and celebrating lighting of the lights, or a family helping prepare Christmas dinner, or families gathered to decorate the Christmas tree. King's is peace. This can include the birth of Jesus, white doves in the snow, or a family spending time together on Christmas Day. Imperial is knowledge. This can be an innovative design for Santa's sleigh, or an equation to work out how Santa can deliver presents around the world in 24 hours, or perhaps a mathematical problem solving how Santa squeezes down a chimney. What you will need to do is enter the competition will be to draw a Christmas card design on A5 paper during Monday's tutor time. Write your name, tutor group and college on the reverse and drop your entry into the Christmas card box at Student Services. College. Each winning design will be made into an actual Christmas card and sold to raise money for Educate. Deadline for Christmas card entries are Friday, 6th of December. Winter Sports Day is happening as a new college competition event at NOAH. It will be on the 6th of December and years 7 to 10 will be participating. There will be a variety of sports to opt into, including netball, hockey, cross-country, trampolining for years 9 and 10, and dance from year 7s and 8s, including badminton. You will need to be in full, correct kit. Numbers per team is shown on the PowerPoint in Monday's notices. Year 7 competitions will be Period 1, Year 10, Period 2, Year 9, Period 3, and Year 8, Period 4. You gain points for participating and being in full NOAH PE kit. And then the competition takes place and points are awarded to colleges depending on where they finish. Next, Miss Willard will be speaking to you about peace and what it means to her.
Peace, a concept often thought about in contrast to our war-ravaged world. Achieving that peace is surely the plight of politicians and world leaders, something we can never achieve. There was a period during the Roman Empire between 27 BCE and 180 CE known as Pax Romana, which translated from the Latin literally means Roman peace. A time of relative peace and stability in the Roman Empire where there was little use of military force compared to the battles that had gone before. Seems like something difficult to achieve again, doesn't it? If we wait around for world leaders to achieve peace for us today, we will be waiting around for a long time. Now, that's not to say that politicians and world leaders are ineffective, but rather that true peace must come from us. Even during the Pax Romana, there were still tensions within the Roman Empire. People were still being persecuted, namely the emerging Christian church, and people were still dying due to violence. You may question whether it was true and complete peace. So peace as a contrast to a state of war, as it is defined in the dictionary, is not the whole picture. It must go deeper than that. There must be more to peace. Let me give you an example. In 1914, soldiers from the German and British armies who were in the grips of a bitter war on the Western Front laid down their weapons on Christmas Day and began to exchange gifts. They sang Christmas carols and then left their trenches to play a game of football, an event that has come to be a symbolic moment of peace and humanity. No grand political gestures, but the simple mutual consent of people involved who wanted peace and not fighting on Christmas Day. This came from the people. We know this because those involved were actually reprimanded for fraternising with the other side. A simple gesture with a powerful message for us even today, that peace starts with us. In ancient Greek culture, the concept of peace is embodied in the Greek god Irene, a woman. Perhaps a sexist image showing a woman as being peaceful, but it is a reminder that peace is about people, not just governments. Peace is often symbolised in modern times by a dove, often holding an olive branch. You may have heard people say that offering an olive branch is a gesture of peace. Now, this goes back to a biblical story in which God sent floods to wipe out all of the evil in the world. Noah and his family were chosen to survive and build an ark to protect them and enough animals to repopulate the world. Noah and his family waited for 40 days and 40 nights for a sign that this terrible event was over. And this came in the form of a dove carrying an olive branch to show that the floods were gone. This simple gesture showed the opening up of a relationship between God and humans again, that everything from the past had been wiped away and that it was a fresh start. Now, regardless of whether this actually happened or not, what it symbolises is an important concept of how relationships are integral to peace, and the symbol of the dove and the olive branch is one that is understood across the world today. What it shows is that peace is not achieved through big, bold statements or political scheming, but starts with the opening of a relationship between people. So yes, peace can mean a state or time when there is no war between countries, an idea with which we are all familiar, but one that seems utterly unachievable. More broadly speaking, though, it is defined as freedom from disturbance, a state of tranquility and harmony in personal relations. This immediately seems more achievable. This is what the soldiers on Christmas Day did. They had a state of tranquility in their relations, and this could only happen because of the willingness of both sides to open themselves to this possibility. Personally, if I had to choose an image to represent peace, it would not be the dove. It would be the image of open arms, welcoming people in and opening up the opportunity for a positive relationship, because without that, none of these ideals of peace can be achieved. People are now beginning to focus their thoughts toward Christmas. The lights are up, the shops are stocked, and the John Lewis advert has started showing on TV. Now is the time to really focus our thoughts, not towards the material side of Christmas, but towards peace. But why is peace especially important at Christmas time? Well, many people spend their lives with a lack of harmony and lack of tranquility, essentially a lack of peace in their lives. Christmas in the Western world is primarily a Christian festival, and other religions also celebrate looking forward to a new start and spending time together in their communities. The Christian festival marks the birth of Jesus, a child born not as a king in well-kept warm surroundings, but a child born in a stable to a young family who had nowhere to stay. A simple gesture from God sending his Son to earth to help open and strengthen relationships with humans further. But on a more secular point, it is a time of year when people can spend time together with their holidays and free time. Now, this can lead to family chaos, as many can testify to. It can lead to fights, open up old emotional wounds, and leave people feeling not at peace but at war. So, what can we learn from the religious message? Well, sometimes the most simple and humble things can make the difference. It's not about how you show your family how much you like them or how much they like you by the material presents given, but by opening up those relationships for our benefit and the benefit of those around you. This is how you maintain or achieve peace. This shouldn't just be limited to Christmas, though. What starts as a small drop can ripple out into something much, much more powerful. If we take personal responsibility for peace and trying to make it happen, it is more likely to happen on a wider scale. If everyone opened up more positive relationships, there'll be more peace in the world. And if we can stop just one child being brought up in a turbulent, warlike household, then we have achieved something incredible. But it's all well and good talking about generic examples and thinking about what peace means. What we must all do here at Noah is think about what each one of you will do to make sure that you open up positive relationships of peace in your own lives everywhere. The alternative is to just let war wage on and continue to put up that brick wall that is a barrier to peace. But it's not easy, though. Ironically, we talk about fighting for peace. It's not an easy option, but it's one worth fighting for. Peace is not just a lack of war. It's an active commitment to create something positive, to make war fade into nothing. Now that would be incredible. You need to give peace a chance. So what will you take from that brave example of those soldiers on Christmas Day, almost 100 years ago?